Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time you're watching this, man. This is a J. Cole like reaction. This is a J. Cole like reaction. Yo, everybody's going bananas. Everybody's talking about it, man. So basically, you know how producers go on YouTube and they do like Griselda like beat, J. Cole like beat, Mobb Deep like beat. So like usually when a producer does a beat, a sound, they might love a certain production style and maybe their beats sound similar. RZA type beat. They do this all the time, you know? And MCs and rappers actually sometimes rap on them. And I'm talking about maybe like underground rappers. I'm talking about rappers that they might buy the beat for $100, $50. These are producers that's up and coming. Maybe they just started. Maybe so. So I guess a producer named Batman, but BVT. I guess so we won't get sued. BVT man, Batman. He does a beat, J. Cole beat. I went on his YouTube. He got a whole bunch of people's beats. Like, if it sounds like this person, that's what he's, relaying it to. So I guess J. Cole, the actual J. Cole, found the beat and actually wrote something to it, rapped on it, sent it back to him. Now this video is getting millions of views. So shout out to producers, shout out to up and coming producers. You know what I'm saying? I tap into up and coming producers, rappers, MCs, but everybody. So listen, I'm loving this story, man. Like J. Cole actually took this dude's beat, rapped on it. So he got a song called Procrastination, aka Broke, right? So he's basically talking about procrastination. He's basically talking about what we do every day, all day. Everybody does it. You might say, hey, I'm gonna go to the supermarket today, right? You might say I'm going at 9 a.m. You get caught up watching Netflix. You get caught up on Instagram. When I say caught up, it's you. You're doing it. So you're procrastinating going to the supermarket, right? A lot of people do it. When you want to take a test, you got to take a test for school, and maybe you're procrastinating to study. You say I got a week to study, but then you're partying, you're hanging out with your friend, your girl, your boyfriend, whatever's going on. You know what I'm saying? You're on social media, you're posted, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like one day before the test, you're like, oh no, I gotta, so people procrastinate. So let's talk about the song first. J. Cole, shout out to J. Cole for doing this. So maybe more known rappers will give these less known producers a chance. Maybe use their beats and their production and get some money in their pocket. So that's the first thing I'm highlighting. J. Cole, shout out to J. Cole. Love it. So more rappers that's known, or just more people, period, that got money in their pocket, support these up and coming producers. Y'all know I love up and coming producers. Start playing. But yo, this is the J. Cole like reaction, man. I just want to talk about what's procrastination though. The song's dope. I ain't gonna lie, the song's dope. He basically raps about procrastination. And the beats, it does sound like a J. Cole beat. You put it on, you could tell. I don't know if the producer put the parts of J. Cole in the beginning of it. And then J. Cole actually raps and he talks about procrastination. So it's fire. It's fire. I like it. Hopefully, it's out for a single. I don't even know if it's out for a single. I think he just gave it back to him and it's to blow up his channel and to make him, bigger. Make him a stronger producer. Make him maybe make his price go up. Know what I'm saying? But I'm saying I like this. It's like the little man wins in a sense, right? You know what I mean? It's like the poor man wins. You know what I'm saying? The poor producer wins. The little man gets a break. You know what I'm saying? This is what's dope about it. So I think more rappers out there should support more known rappers. I ain't gonna call your name out, but maybe this is what people will do now. You see what I'm saying? It's like when Nas had beef. Well, not beef. He was going back and forth with dude, and then he ended up making a song with him. Instead of going back to him, dissing him on social media, he said, yo, let's go make a record. Let's make some money together. Let's be mature. You know what I'm saying? And maybe more rappers, instead of dissing each other and shooting each other, they're gonna go in the studio with those rappers and make money. You know what I'm saying? So this is the same thing, I believe, in a sense. J. Cole went online searching for a J. Cole like beat. This is the first one that came up. And shout out to Batman, man, for doing it, man. And why do you procrastinate? Let me know, why do you procrastinate? Like, there's a lot of reasons. You can remove distractions. That's a lot of things, social media, we were just talking about that earlier. Remove distractions, remove social media. But how do you motivate? How do you get motivated so you won't procrastinate? Let me know in the comments below, because everybody has their ways of not procrastinating. And then what is procrastination? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's really something that's usually important, it's stressful, it's something that's really important that you got to do, right? It's usually, what usually it is, right? And then you got to go, oh man, I got to do this test, like, or I got to go food shopping for the kids, or I got to, I don't know, get married or something, whatever. You can't procrastinate for that. You know what I'm saying? It's like certain things you just can't procrastinate. It's things that usually stress you out. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to, like I said, this producer Batman with the V. I got a quote. A day can really slip by when you're deliberating, avoiding what you're supposed to do. That's from Bill Watterson. So shout out to Bill Watterson. So that's basically, what procrastination is, man. You know what I'm saying? And, it could be stressful at times. It could be challenging at times. But what do? Is it time management? Do you practice better time management? Do you set alarms and stuff like that? Do you make sure? What do you do? What do you guys do? Let me know in the comments below. How do you reduce, negative thoughts? Like when you're you're supposed to be doing something positive, how do you delete those negative thoughts? I mean, is social media that alarming? Is it that much in our lives? Is it affecting your life? Is it affecting your kids' lives, your parents' lives? Like, you know what I'm saying? Procrastinate is lazy, because a lot of people say procrastinate. I don't think all procrastinators are lazy. I don't think you can be lazy at times. You could, like, a lot of people on Sunday, they call it their lazy day. You know what I mean? Like, there's people that work 60, 70 hours a week. They're not procrastinators, but they do procrastinate. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody does it. You know what I mean? I got a couple let me just give you a couple of a couple of solutions real quick. Let me give you three. I'll give you three real quick. Break down steps for tasks. That's one thing you can do. So if you got a huge task, break it down. Break it down in segments. Don't try to tackle it all together. I'm gonna be like, oh, I gotta, write 16 books. Write one chapter. Write once a day. Write something. Write a chapter. Instead of saying, oh, okay, unless you got a deadline, you gotta get, if it's deadlines, deadlines is different. Like, if you got deadlines, you have to manage your time, and you have to do a couple of these things. So if you don't, you can break it down in steps. You can keep tasks small too. Some tasks are big. You know what I'm saying? So if you got time to do a task, break it down into small tasks. Just break it down in small tasks. Don't go bananas. Like, if you need to go school shopping for your kids or something, maybe don't do it all in one day. Don't go to every place in every mall that day. Just break it down. Maybe, go make sure you start early, I'm saying, and then break it down in increments and stuff like that. Like, study, like in smaller times. Like, that's an example. So if you had a test, and I don't know, you had a test and it was like, you had to do 5 hours. You like, I gotta study this book for 5 hours. I gotta study this book for 5 hours. But you got time. Meaning, like, you got maybe 2 or 3 days. Break it down. An hour a day, 2 hours, 2.5 hours a day. Break it down. Don't be like, oh, I gotta study for 5 hours, because that's when you're gonna get distracted. You're gonna be like, somebody's gonna call you, or you're gonna call somebody else, or you're gonna check your Facebook. Something's gonna happen, man. Another one is, like, set the bar lower. Set the bar lower, man. And I don't mean like expectations lower. Just set the bar lower. Don't go bananas. Don't be like, yo, I got to climb Mount Rushmore today. You gotta prepare for that. Maybe climb small mountain today. You know what I'm saying? Then medium mountain tomorrow. Then, you know what I'm saying? Keep going, and then eventually climb Mount Rushmore, right? I'll give you an example. You know, a lot of people say, I'm going to exercise. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to work out. It's the new year. I'm going to work out, right? They go, I'm going to work out. This is the same thing J. Cole's talking about in his record. You know, he's like, I'm going to work. You know, he's not saying this particularly. He's just talking about procrastination, but this is an example. People say, oh, it's a new year. I'm going to work out. I'm going to do an hour. And then they try to do that hour. Their body ain't ready. Their mind ain't ready. Do 15 minutes. You know, when I first started doing push-ups again, I was like, okay, I'm going to do 100 push-ups. I'm a man. 100 push-ups. Man, I couldn't get to no 100. So I was like, I broke it down to 20. And then I, did another 20. Took another break. Do another 20. You know what I'm saying? You just do it like that. And it's like, I'll give you another example. My first book. This is my first book. Shameless plug. Severe's Chronicles Volume 1. Get it if you don't got it. Get it if you don't got it. But I'm a writer. But I've been saying I'm a writer for years. You can ask my family, friends. I'm like, yo, when you gonna write that book? When you gonna write that book? When's that book coming? I'm like, procrastinating. Like J. Cole on the song. You know what I'm saying? But I eventually sat my butt down and wrote a chapter or two. Wrote another chapter or two. Hit to the publishing company. Shout out to the publishing company, True Vine Publishing. You know what I'm saying? Go hit them up. Black owned. You know what I'm saying? But get the book. Stop playing. But I started writing every day. A little bit every day. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on me. I just wrote every day, a little bit every day. And then guess what? Now, I don't just got this one book. I mean, this is the first book I got out. And first book published. But on my computer, man, I got like 3 or 4 books. You know what I'm saying? I got at least, matter of fact, for the Chronicle, for these hip hop books, I probably got like at least, I ain't gonna lie, I probably got at least 15, 20 of these books already written. Because I just write every day. I don't procrastinate. I write a little bit every day for another book. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying, man. I'm just giving you an example. But shout out to Batman, you know what I'm saying, with the V. Shout out to J. Cole. Shout out to J. Cole giving this young, I don't know if he's young, but I'm guessing new producer or not known producer some shine. So shout out to Procrastination, man. You're not lazy if you procrastinate. This is Marquis Walker, a.k.a. Severe, a.k.a. Severely Yours. Love over hate, man. Love over procrastination. Let's talk about that.